Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today is all about setting the objective. Setting objectives for a learner-centered approach. In setting objectives for a learner-centered approach, teachers should focus on developing the child's creativity and self-expressions through choice-based theme and medium. In TAB, team must connect with the students' lives and interests to be effective. Topic for the teams can come from students, current events, classroom studies, or can emerge directly out of student work. So, basically, Douglas and Wakit, no, we as a teacher, no, we should know how to handle childrens, to teach them appropriately for them to develop their, their creativity and self-expression through choice-based theme and medium. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, bibigyan natin ng freedom yung mga estudyante for us, no? For us to know how they interest on what we give to them through their own teams and make their own topics, no? So, yun. So, next. So, ito yung halimbawa ng isang choice-based, no? Christmas Tree by Louis T. Acrylic and glue on canvas. The teacher showed a clip of art of the typical Christmas tree for him to copy, but he spontaneously drew a face, a body, and what looked like arms instead. Then he added individual spokes that made individual pine leaves. No? After a while, the parents said that their Christmas tree has a teddy bear on top instead of a star. That is why it has a face and pom-poms for decorations, which explains the dots. So, ito yung sinasabi kong halimbawa, no, ng isang choice base ng isang estudyante. So, yung teacher dito is nagbigay siya ng isang litrato, no, ng isang typical Christmas tree o yung talagang natural, no, na Christmas tree sa kanyang estudyante, no, para kopyahin niya. Pero sa halip nito yung kopyahin niya is gumawa siya, no, ng sarili niyang style, no, sariling style ng Christmas tree. So, ayun nga, gumawa daw siya ng sariling style na para siyang may muka, no? Tapos may katawan, then may kamay din. So, ito yung ginawa niya. Tignan niyo na lang. Yan. So, ayan siya. Tignan niyo, guys. Yun nga, marami siyang dots. Then, may ulo, no? May mukha nga siya, may mga kamay. Then, napakalayo, no? Napakalayo talaga sa isang ordinaryong Christmas tree. So, yan siya. So next, the learner-centered approach. The teacher should consider the students' inputs to know what and how they want to learn and what they want to do. New ideas and methods are encouraged so that no artwork will look the same. So, always remember that every children has a differences, no? Kailangan nating tanggapin, no, na may mga batang madali, no, at mahirap maturuan. So meron tayong fast and slow learner. But in the help of this approach, no, we as a teacher, okay, we need to always consider what students output, no? Kailangan lagi nating iniintindi yung kanilang mga gustong gawin and kanilang mga ginagawa. So, we just need to guide them to do what artwork they want. So, yun, no? Para hindi sila mawalan, no, ng confident and therefore is maboost yung kanilang knowledge and interest, no, sa paggawa ng art, no? So, yun. The teacher acts as a facilitator, demonstrating a skill or a technique, then gives the students freedom on how they can apply what they have learned using a theme that they like. No? So here, we are not going to do a traditional teaching. No? Ngunit sa halip ay nilalayon nating gabayan ang mga estudyante. Para saan? Para sa kanilang sariling pagka-interesado, no? Sa pamamagitan ng pagpili ng mga ideya, okay? Pagbuo ng kanilang mga sariling kaisipan tungkol sa kanilang mga pinag-aaralan, no? So halimbawa, kapag ang isang estudyante o ang mga mag-aaral ay nagtatanong at naghahanap, no? O maghahanap ng kanilang mga sagot para sa kanilang sarili. Okay? Sila ay nasasangkot syempre sa kanilang sariling pagkatuto. So ito yung ibig sabihin ng the teacher acts as a facilitator. Okay? Then next, aside from the standard performance assessments, rubrics, other factors are also taken into account. These include observing the students during the process, talking to them about their work, and how they critique others' work. So, syempre, no, bilang isang teacher, hindi pwedeng basta na lang tayo turo ng turo. Okay? So, kailangan meron din tayong oras para obserbahan ang bawat mag-aaral, no? Upang sa ganun makita natin yung kung paano kabilis o kabagal, no? Yung process, no? Yung process ng kanilang pagkatuto, no? Sa pamamagitan ng pakikipag-usap sa kanilang mga gawaing natapos, okay? At kung paano nila ito at kung paano sila kumukuha, no, ng ideya sa iba. Okay? Next slide. Written exams are rare since students will be showcasing their work and assessed through performance tasks. Although this approach seems unpredictable, it requires careful extracting space planning and proper known as the atelier, where children can do creative experimentation. So, paano nga ba yan? So, ganito yon. So, matumal yung written exams pagdating sa mga ganitong lessons, okay? Dahil, imbis na written exam mas nabuboost, no, ng mga mag-aaral ang kanilang knowledge and skills through their performance tasks. Okay? So, bali, ang mga atelier kasi ay mga specialty art school na nagsasanay sa mga estudyante sa realismong pagguhit at pagpipinta. Okay? So, sabi, tinuturuan sila kung paano gumamit at kung paano magpinta, no, ng anumang nanaisin nila, no. So, yun nga, yung nanaisin ng kanilang damdamin sa pamamagitan ng pagbabahagi ng lahat ng kailangan mong malaman tungkol sa sining at paggawa ng sining. Okay? Another slide. Teaching for artistic behavior, also known for TAB. This approach has a 3-sentence curriculum. The child is the artist, what do artists do, and the art room is the studio. Children learn the basic theories, concepts, and skills. Then toward the end of the month, quarter, or semester, they will choose a problem or a theme that they want then work on until they are able to create an output based on their skills and medium of their choice. So bakit nasabing the children or the child is the artist? So ganito yon. Base kay Tab o base sa Tab, all children is an artist. How? Dahil children have their own talent and skills. Totoo yon. No? So tayo as a teacher, gagabayan lang natin sila. Okay? What do artists do? So ano nga ba yung mga ginagawa nila? So ano nga ba yung mga ginagawa ng isang artist? So di ba sa film, ito halimbawa lang sa film, they act, no? Mapa-comedy, drama, action, and horror. Depende sa nababagay sa kanila, di ba? So sa art, no? Dahil art ito, art yung lesson natin. So sa art, they paint, they draw, no? They draw based on their theme. Base sa kanilang maisip, no? Or yung depende sa papasok sa kanilang mga mind, no? Sa kanilang utak. And also kung ano yung kanilang mga present situation, no? 'Di ba? So madalas nakarelate kasi yung mga ginagawa nila, no? Sa kanilang sarili, no? So yung mga artists is madalas nire-relate nila yung kanilang ginagawa, no? Base sa kanilang emosyon, no? So ano naman, bakit naman nasabing the art room is the studio, no? So kasi ganito kasi yun. Dahil habang mga bata pa sila habang wala pa silang mga karanasan, no? Ang paaralan ang siyang unang gagabay, okay? Upang mahubog ng paunti-unti, no? Ang mga bata, no? Hanggang sa dumating yung point or dumating yung time na they can assist themselves by their own, no? Okay? Then next slide is Reggio Emilia. This approach uses a constructivist, self-directed, hands-on experiences in relationships-driven environments and focus mainly on early childhood education. Students can develop all their senses through artistic explorations and experimentation. So, paano natin i-discuss yan? So, bali ganito po kasi yun. Bali yung artistic exploration ay isa siyang excellent for children to build self-confidence, no? Through discovering and manipulating materials. Like for example, in painting materials, no? Toilet paper, tubes and clay, or fabric na sa tulong ng approach na ito matutulungan ng mga mag-aaral, okay? Na mapaliwanag yung kanilang kanilang mga imahinasyon upang makagawa ng mga sariling ideya mula sa kanila, no? And also makaka-help din sa kanila na ma-experiment, no? Maka-experiment using different colors, textures, shapes and form of backgrounds. So, yun. Next is Rudolf Steiner, or also known as Waldorf education. This places the greatest importance on giving children what appropriate for their age with artistic love and loving art. Steiner, 1922. So, base dito, the Steiner approach focuses on experimental learning, making and doing creativity and producing with learning based on what is relevant, no? And appropriate to the student stage of development. Okay? Next slide is teachers cater learner imagination and creativity not only in the art but as a holistic approach to teaching other subjects. So bali isang teacher, no? We also need to be a multitasking, lalo sa atin as a future BEd or a general education, no? Dahil hindi tayo or hindi makukumpleto ang learning ng isang estudyante sa iisang subject. As simple as that, no? Okay? So ito yung mga halimbawa nung student learner directed activities. So andito yung self-portrait and friends, still life of objects that I like, my first experience with Dr. Dentist, our first vacation, my favorite pastime, my favorite online games, my house and community, what I like for example flowers, butterflies, princesses, mode of transportation, and etc. The last is painting and playing using paints. So yun yung mga halimbawa. So next naman is the teachers learning directed activities. So ito yung mga halimbawa. Still life of fruits of flowers, Philippine traditional weaving design, works of national artistic displayed in the museum, the different textile tradition and design in China, Korea, and Japan. Painting the old houses and churches within the community. Drawing the bahay kubo, turogan, bahay na bato, and etc. Creating a digital painting similar to the works of Van Gogh, Amorsolo, and Picasso, etc. Then next slide. At an early age, it should be embedded in children's mindsets that art is used mainly to express oneself to the world. They should that art is something personal no matter how it is presented and therefore can be subjected. So, mahalagang maitatak, no? Or malaman ng mga bata, lalo na yung mga batang nasa early age, no? Na matutunan nilang palagahan, no? Ang iba't ibang uri ng art, no? Dahil sa pamamagitan ng art is nailalabas natin, no? Yung ating different emotions o yung ating mga nararamdaman, and therefore is nailalabas natin yung sarili nating expression through art, no? So kailangan nating ipaintindi sa kanila na kahit anumang uri ng art yan, kung maganda man o pangit sa iyong paningin is kailangan nating palagahan, no? Dahil art yan meron niyang kumbaga meron niyang kahulugan sa gumawa. Meron niyang meaning, mahalaga yan sa gumawa. Then lastly but surely, teaching art in the elementary grades is essential for holistic development. Determining the learning objectives of art in the early grades should be more focused on developing character and enjoyment in the process rather than honing fine motor skills or learning about history. This is the age where fine motor skills develop as well as character, discipline, and respect. As a teachers, we should be more open-minded in accepting and giving criticism. Let us learn to be tolerant when students make mistakes. As a teacher, we should guide them on how to learn from their mistakes. So ayun nga, mas attended kasi yung art subjects pagdating sa elementary grades. Kasi nga elementary grade is mahilig silang kumbaga malaro pa lang sila. Kumbaga mahilig silang mag-drawing, mahilig silang mag-colors, no? Mahilig silang mag-paint. So Sa pamamagitan ng art is nag-e-enjoy sila. Therefore is natututo rin sila, no? So magkaiba kasi kunwari sa high school naman. Yung mga high school na yan is merong ibang mahilig sa art, but pagdating kasi sa high school, marami ng estudyante na tamad, no? Kumbaga, lalo pag naboboring yan sa subject, lalo na sa art is nakaka-boring din minsan, lalo kapag wala kang alam sa art, di ba? So tayo, no, we as a teacher, no, kailangan nating maging tawag dito, open-minded. So ba't nasabing open-minded? So tayo sa teacher, kailangan nating intindihin yung mga bata, no? Yung mga estudyante. Kasi yung mga estudyante yan is meron yung kanya-kanyang pag-iisip. So kailangan malawak yung ating pag-iisip rin na intindihin sila. No, kasi tayo bilang isang teacher, no? Teacher tayo para turuan yung ating mga estudyante, no? Sa kung anong gusto nilang gawin. Okay? And also, teacher din tayo para i-guide sila and itama yung kanilang mga pagkakamali, no?